which stands for Product and System Education. Today is the first PACE of the year, so everyone, Happy New Year. This is very exciting, and we have an awesome lineup for the first PACE. So to kick it off, we're going to take it. Oh, I'm the host, Divya, and I'm sponsored by my awesome parents, Kamsa and Nadia Prasad, out here in Atlanta. So to kick off the show, we have Jonathan, who's going to be talking about our products portion. Awesome!
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing this great day? Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, Divya, for that awesome introduction. Once again, my name is Jonathan Smith, proudly sponsored by C.L.A. Wilson down in Tallahassee. I'm currently in Manassas, Virginia, and I am from C.L.A. to Kenneth Drayton and Andrew Gonzalez to Compton Nadia Prasad and to our Diamond Sanji Vishana Sahai. So today I have the awesome pleasure of starting off this year for our product and system education with the products. So today I was gonna want to give y'all a little treat. So last year, in November, we had a diamond come through, Dr. Harold Newball, and he spoke to us about health, Neutralite, what he uses, and he gave an awesome presentation and did some demonstration as well. So today, for a little treat, I just want to share with y'all what he shared with us up here at the DC Gala team. So I'm just gonna do a little presentation. Quick side note for the products, I did not include the retail and IBO price. I apologize. I was so excited just to get the information. I completely got sidetracked on that. So forgive me for that. But yeah, you can definitely go on the site. If you're new, you can definitely get with the person who invited you. Or if you're brand new as an IBO, you can definitely go on the site and look up all these products and see the price and retail as well. Or just sit down with your person who invited you or your growing mentor who can sit down with you as well. So let me share my screen really quick. So, wait, which one? Wrong one. Share. Can y'all see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So Neutralite. So real quickly, so I just want to go into why vitamins work. So Neutralite is one of the growing products that we have, and everybody asks, so why do I need vitamins? I'm good, I'm healthy, I'm running, I'm doing whatever to keep myself in shape and whatever. So vitamins are actually antioxidants and function as scavengers of the free radicals. So basically, they go into your body and they actually hunt down all the things that are causing your body to break down or whatever. So actually, and this is all from Dr. Harold Newball. So I had the pleasure of just recording his stuff. So this is all from him. He's Dr. Harold Newball. He's actually a internationally known heart doctor, and so there was no reason for me to research since he is well known in this field. He knows what he's doing, so I just took what he said and put it into these slides. He also, Dr. Harold Newball, talked about Dr. Kenneth Cooper's. He said that in his book, The Oxidant Revolution, it explains about oxidative stress, and that stress is actually the cause to many diseases. And free radicals from oxidative stress is the cause for more than 70 diseases, such as coronary artery disease, some cancers, strokes, Alzheimer's disease, and a whole bunch more. So when he said that, I was like, dang. So pretty much, if you don't have vitamins to help, with your daily workout or with your lifestyle, pretty much your body is going to be constantly going to be constantly be exposed to stress and oxidative stress to cause a lot of different diseases. So that's pretty much the main reason it helps keeps away disease. So why choose Neutralite though? So Neutralite is actually the world's #1 product selling vitamins and dietary supplements. Selling online, selling globally. Is grown Neutralite is grown organically. So at the farms they take care. They actually have their own farms, as you see in the next point, bullet point. They plant and grow and harvest their plants in farm that in pretty much certified farms where they actually own the airspace over those farms so that no contaminants from planes can drop down into the plants. They import Egyptian worms into put into the soil to actually let nature take its course and actually give the soil nutrients so that the plants get natural nutrients. Um, they don't use pesticides or herbicide, anything basically that that normal farms use to keep would it be insects or anything harmful to plants off. They actually to keep birds from excreting their feces on the plants. They actually bought falcons to actually take care of those birds and keep the plants free of any bird poop, basically. So yeah, so Nutrilite, they are very highly adamant about having organic plants, organic supplements, organic vitamins to give to their customers, to us, basically, so that we can have a healthy lifestyle, so we can live abundantly, and so that we can share these products and help others live abundantly as well. So a lot of people that I've ran into, they ask, why not GNC? Why Walmart? I never really heard of Nutrilite all that much on TV. You know, I never really heard of Nutrilite all that much. So how is it globally known if I haven't heard about it? Well, Dr. Harold Newbar went on to that as well. He talked about how a lot of these stores like GNC, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, um, were found that in those vitamins that they have at these certain stores, that 4 out of 5 of the products did not contain any of the herbs listed on their labels. And this was a New York Attorney General case in 2015. That actually talked about this, and it said, and you can read it up, but also you can go up and look up about it. These are different sources that Dr. Newball talked about. He said the Attorney General also was finding was a brand of ginseng at Walgreens that contained only powdered garlic and something else. I couldn't read what he had. But basically, it didn't contain what it said it was going to contain, basically. And so it's crazy that you go to these stores. Yeah, it may be a convenience, but are you sure that it's the stuff that you that you're looking for? Is it the vitamins that it says that it's supposed to be? I tell my family all the time this, and they're like, "Oh, okay, whatever." But people may say, "Oh, where you getting this stuff?" Like I'm got it from a doctor. Like I got it from a internationally known doctor. I got it from sources. I got it from resources that tell me this. So if anybody tells you differently, like you can give them these. I'm gonna gladly share these slides with you. And you can go online and look them up and show them to your friends, family, and say, "Look, I know you get some stuff from GNC, Walmart, but it may not be it. Maybe want to get on this." And what I mean by double X, double X is highly recommended by everybody that I've talked to. Even Dr. Newball talked about it. A whole bunch of other doctors they've told me who are internationally known that told me double X is the way to go. Talked to my doctor the other day. I told him I'm taking double. He's like, "Oh yeah, just keep taking that." And some doctors, I'm not bashing the medical field, but medicine, the medical industry at the end of the day is a business, so they want you to come back and take certain things. Not saying you should cut off from going to the doctor or anything. Not saying that, But what I'm saying is, take account of some of the stuff that if many doctors are telling you this something to take and they know it's good, they take it themselves, then I would suggest to take it. But like I said, talk to your doctor or whatever. But double X is supplement is an optimal blend of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that's rooted in nature and is designed to help fulfill the nutrient gaps that we all have. So I didn't include the video, but you'd be surprised of the gaps of nutrients that a lot of human beings actually have. So what I mean by that is, although you may eat healthy, um, at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to eat as much as you need in order to get to the right amount of nutrients in your body to sustain a healthy life. So double X has 48 out of the 46 vitamins that you need. Um, if my numbers are correct, but anyway, um, and you can check up on that double X. You can definitely check up on the Neutralite site. You can definitely check out on Amway site and look at all the different nutrients that helps your skin, eyes, liver, heart, um, pretty much every part of your body, basically all the organs that you need to keep living. So real quick, and then on top of that, Dr. Newball, he did a demonstration that I actually want to share um real quickly. So when he was talking to, he was like, people take double X, for energy, and people don't believe, oh, it gives you energy, this, and that. So he actually did a demonstration. What he did was he crunched, he not crunched, he powdered down a packet of pills of double X, put them in water, stirred it up, and then he took regular water and he dipped I kid you not, he didn't plug it to the wall and dip, but he dipped a lamp um lamp plug into both glasses. And I'm gonna show you right now. So basically, the water is supposed to simulate your body because we built out of 70% of water, 40 how much percent of water. So basically, that's supposed to symbolize your body. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show the video. So basically, in the demonstration, he dipped the plug into double X and then lit up the lamp. I don't know if you guys saw that. And he put it back in water, it did nothing. But so every time he dipped it into that double X filled water, it lit up the lamp. Basically, it's showing that double X gives you the natural energy that you need to get you going, get you throughout the day. Like I said, I can share the video, give it to you guys, let you see for yourself. But that blew my mind. I was like, dang, that's crazy that these vitamins light up a lamp. Like, come on, like what? Like I guarantee if you got any other vitamins from GNC or anything, it ain't gonna do nothing. Guarantee you that. So, that for me. That told me, look, I need to get some double X and keep taking it each day. So I take the perfect pack, just to cover my bases. But you know, um, yeah. So you go back to the slide real quick. So yeah, so that's double X. That's hands down. That's all. That should be adding enough that double X, is good. So another thing he talked about was memory builder. So memory builder is good to help with your remembering, your give you the nutrients that you need for your brain to remember a lot of things. So there's two different plants that he talked about. So Sustentia, and we're all adults here. I hope everybody's adult. But anyway, so Sustentia actually increases sexual and physical energy for lovers and athletes. And it also directs blood flow to your genitals, supporting sexual vigor and function, and is beneficiary for elderly who may be affected by deficiency of blood flow. Now, when he told us this in our BBS, when I tell you every guy shot up and said, "Excuse me," like they're like, "Okay, cool." So like our next open, nearly all the guys I talked to, all the couples I talked to, they said they bought memory builder. Bought like two things of memory builder that day, and had it delivered immediately because of this. So I found it funny, and so it's beneficial in two ways. I found that funny, but at the same time, I did buy some myself. So, but anyway, um, also memory builder has ginkgo biloba, biloba. I hope I said that right. But ginkgo biloba has been used thousands of years in Chinese medicine. In the U.S., it's taken to improve memory and sharpen thinking. Uh, Helps improves blood flow to the brain, acts as an antioxidant, and also helps with problems like dementia and Alzheimer's. So, memory building can help those who definitely definitely probably suffering from those, or who just need to remember things better. I know a couple of us, me, Rodney, and Celia, we bought some. I remember when Celia told me, like, "Yo, you need to get this memory builder." She did a whole seminar about this, and this is before I got into the business. She's like, "Yo, memory builder helped me." That it took it made it. She took it for a class, and one of our professors that at Florida A&M, he's very very strict on using a book. So basically, she took that. She was even behind in the course. She was like, I think, a couple weeks late, and she came. For the first test was coming up. He's like, "Oh, I don't think you're gonna pass the test. I think you should drop out." Delay. The go getter she is. She said, "Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm a pass." She took memory building. She studied. Ended up getting the only A in the class. I was like, okay, that settles it. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna take this from now on. So and it's been helping a lot. I've been taking for the past 3-4 weeks or so, and I definitely been remembering a lot. And it's been helping me along. So yeah, so memory builder, if you need it to help you to remember, to help with certain brain problems, or help your brain remember things, it's definitely highly recommended. So he also talked about some products that you should take for lowering cholesterol. So Double X, Heart Health Omega, Cholesterol Health, Garlic Heart Health, and Heart Health CoQ10 or coenzyme Q10. So he was basically saying if you take these 5 products, it would definitely help lower. It would definitely lower your cholesterol. He talked about how the importance of it, because a lot of people, they go to the doctor, and the doctor sometimes, and it's not particular to cholesterol. The doctor may sometimes prescribe you to some medicine, and you take it regardless. Um, you take it regardless because of it's they try to do a preventive measure of medicine. So basically, with preventive medicine, we always go to the doctor to take like exams, or like X-rays, um, EKGs, or whatever, to do preventive health. Really, what Dr. Harold Newbar says, the best preventive measure is to take vitamins, to take is nutritional health through vitamins. So I know for the past last year in December, I went to the doctor. Doctor did my blood work. Doctor said, "Hey, your cholesterol's high, but your good cholesterol is actually higher than your bad cholesterol." I was, okay, but he said your cholesterol's still high, so we need to get that down. So actually, what he didn't know is before I went to the doctor and before I got my blood test, I started taking cholesterol health. So I know for a fact that when I start taking cholesterol health, I started feeling a whole lot different. I started having more energy, feeling a whole lot different. So it may have, I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it next time, but I have my results from now. I'm gonna check it next time, but it may have actually helped my cholesterol just a little bit. And that's just only one of the products. So I'm definitely going to use this to help lower my cholesterol, get it in the range that it should be in. So if you know anybody who has cholesterol problems, definitely, or if you have them yourself, definitely get. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to try it. Why? Because you have a 180-day money back guarantee. Like you have pretty much that time to figure out if it works or not. If it doesn't work, you return it back to Amway and they give you your money back. So at the end of the day, why not? If it's for your health, truthfully, if it's for your health, if it's for you, if it's for you having a healthy lifestyle, living long years, what's the price in that? Like, it's like I remember one of my coworkers, he said that people were complaining about health insurance, this and that, but he says he should mandate health insurance. And people are like, no, it shouldn't be mandated. It shouldn't be mandated by the government. But he's like, but your car insurance is mandated by the government. Is your car more important than your health? Is the car more important than your body? No. Yes. Okay. Okay. So when he said that, I was like, yo, that's it. That makes sense. But at the end of the day, your health is most important. If you don't have your health, you can't live your life very well. So these vitamins right here, this is a list of vitamins that Dr. Harold Newball takes daily. Once again, takes daily. He takes all these like clockwork every day without skipping a beat. I was like, yo, when he showed this, I was like, that's too much. And then when he broke down how he did it, I was like, okay, that makes sense. He takes some in the morning, take it bit by bit. Take some in the morning, take some lunch, dinner, however way. But like clockwork, he takes this. He takes all these vitamins. Double X, Heart Health Omega, Brain Health Omega, Cholesterol Health, Garlic Heart Care, Heart Health CoQ10, Vitamin D through Vitamin K12, K2, Prostate Health, Memory Builder, Probiotic, Oxidant Health, Immunity Twist Tubes, and Joint Health. Basically, he's covering his entire body. So all his organs, entire body, basically. So when he said that, I was like, yo, I gotta at least, no, I'm not, I'm not saying break your bank. This is what he does. He told us don't break your bank, to try and get all this stuff and take it religious. Try to work on. He said if you can do anything, try to work on one thing, get that in check, and keep on building. While you're doing this business, keep on building. You may, it's not. He told us this not to tell us, oh, you need to do this, and you start doing it. He's like, this is what he does. That's what he said. This is what he does. This is what caused him not to go to the doctor for the past 20 plus years. And not having to go to the doctor for any ailments or anything. So to me, I'm just gonna be taking some things to get me right and then build upon it. That's pretty much what I took from that. So he also gave us some meal replacement suggestions. So for breakfast, he said you could take an excess sports protein bar, protein power bar, protein shake, double X, Heart Health Omega, and fruits and vegetables, and you'll be good. And he's not saying you have to replace one meal a day, breakfast or lunch, and have like a good dinner, or you can replace breakfast, have a healthy lunch, and a healthy dinner. Do it. How it feels for you, how you feel for it, what best suits you, basically. So for lunch, he gave Body Key for lunch, Perfect Water, excess drink, Heart Health Omega, and fruits and vegetables. And really, this is actually when he was telling us this is actually how he does all his PV. So he buys like 2 cases of Perfect Water, probably 2 boxes of meal bars, 5 cases of energy drinks, whatever, heart health for manga and fruits and vegetables. And once you do the math, like it covers his 100 PV. It actually does more than 100. He does like I think 400, 500 PV, 600 PV himself. So and then he sells X amount. I forgot how much he sells, but he does pretty much his PV just from Neutralite. And I thought that was awesome. So basically, and that's pretty much it. That's all I had from that awesome presentation that he gave. Definitely get back to the present value. They can, if you're new, just started joining. Definitely get back to the present value. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So back to Divya.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Yeah, that was awesome. And that demo with the lamp and the water, that was like mind blowing. That's insane. My dad said he's gonna try it.
The whole case in a big pot of water and light up my whole house.
Hey, Compton, remember, don't plug in the plug, okay?
All right.
That was awesome. Great job, Jonathan. And it's a perfect time to start taking your vitamins. It's the new year. Everyone's trying to get, in better health and shape. So this is awesome. Awesome choice. So we have next the books portion. And we have the awesome Sule out in Tallahassee. She's a fireball, and we're excited to hear from you. Awesome!
Wait, a pleasant. Hey, everybody, how you doing? We're very excited to be here. Couldn't be with Roderick and them for a little while, just overcoming a little bit of air popping stuff. So I'm with you, my brother Roderick, over there in the other part of Tallahassee. But very excited here to be doing book. First up for this time of the year. My name is Celia Wilson. Thanks for the introduction, Divya. Your money is in the bank. Just go check. If it's not there, hard luck. So yeah, Celia Wilson is my name. I'm proudly sponsored by Kenneth Drayton, Nandra Gonzalez, then up to Kamta Nadia Prasad, going Emerald this way. We're very excited to be the most happening organization in their organization, making it happen. So very excited by the done deal that is. And then of course, up to our diamonds, Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai. So yeah, I'm excited today to talk about the book, one of the parts of our education system. Many folks that we reach out to and as we create our asset, one of the things that they really enjoy is the mentorship program, right? Because at any point in your life, you can go to a library or go to Barnes & Noble or any good bookstore and pick up a book and read it. But it's very rare to have somebody who's a multimillionaire or a several set of multimillionaires reading a heck of a lot of books and then handpicking the one that they would recommend for you to read based on content, right? So what you realize that kind of has a tendency of streamlining your learning and allowing you to have expedited knowledge, expedited success, right? So I'm very excited today to talk about one of the books that is revolutionary. I think one of my mentors talked about it, like, you gotta read it. I think that's Nadia, quoting from Nadia right there. But this is the book I wanted to talk about. I just started it. I just finished one of our last books by John Maxwell, No Limits. He talks about blowing the cap off of your capacity, right? John Maxwell, as many people know him, even outside of businesses. Most leaders have a tendency of reading his books because he has a way of, putting information together that's easily it's very palatable for people to consume and move on. So very excited. Any single time he produces a book, most of the time our leadership really recommends that we read it. So very excited to be reading it. Now, why the heck should you even think about reading a book, right? I know when I finished school, I was like, yo, I'm not looking at a single book again, buddy. If it has to be learned, yo, you better have a YouTube video or something to walk me through the steps. I'm not trying to pick up no book, read no manual again, right? But through the mentorship program, we realized that leaders are readers. So, and most CEOs of major companies read, 12 to 15 books a year, and that's them running somebody else's business. So could you imagine for us trying to run our own business, right? What kind of knowledge is necessary and the importance of reaching out into a book to get it. So some of the other tidbits, some of the things that happened that impacted me as to why I read and why I definitely had to get onto the reading program with the Brit system is because it starts a mental purge when you're reading. A lot of the ideas that we have cooked up in our brain, but for me, and let me just speak for myself, a lot of my ideas that I had that I was holding on to that I considered to be truths in my life, when I read some of the very successful folks in the world, like John Maxwell, what have you, they help mentally purge those ideas from yourself. And it allows you to grow in patience. And when I'm not reading, I'm very easily agitated. And no comments by people saying, hey, Celia, you're always agitated. Don't say that. No, man, it gets better. Right? No, man, it allows you to grow in patience and be able to understand yourself better. Help you understand what ticks you off so that you could calm yourself down while you're seeing it happen, right? Or it helps you understand your other people better. And in our organization, in our business, we only create wealth by helping others create wealth themselves. So you gotta be able to work with others very well, So you definitely, need to understand how other people think, how they understand information, how they use that information. It also helps us input new ideas about reaching greater areas of improvement. And that's actually spot on exactly what Mr. Maxwell's book is about how do you capitalize on your own personal potential? How do you not limit yourself? Right? So that's kind of like a personal why I read. Also, it improves your vocabulary. People think you're super smart when you start using different words. Words that you may not be using regularly. And these books have a tendency of having a better variety of vocabulary than other books that you may have read, like, like blogs and stuff like that, right? So when do you read? Every day. Just like we feed our bodies every day, it's very important to enrich our minds every day. Because the mind, if it's not getting better, improving, it's unfortunately declining or getting worse. And sometimes you only notice it like when you're in a scenario and you don't have the mental ability to handle, or the emotional intelligence to handle a scenario, right? And you don't want to be that. That's a little too late to figure it out then, right? And read for at least 15 minutes a day. That's the recommended timeline that our Brit leaders have recommended, right? I usually try to read at night, but not on my bed. My bed has a tendency to be comfortable. And what happens is that I was like, I'm gonna get it. And then I just start getting here, and then tomorrow happens. You know what I mean? And then you just like, oh shoot, So for me, Celia, I have to sit at a table and read. In the beginning, it was very challenging for me to sit for 15 minutes and read. So what I ended up doing, I took an idea from another, IBO, where you could read in between advertisements for one of your favorite shows, right? Some of those advertisements run 2 to 3 minutes. So time yourself for when you are starting to read, time it. And then when your show comes back on, pause your timer, watch your show, whatever, and do that until you create like the mental strength to go through 15 minutes without interruption. And it got better. Thank God I don't need to do that anymore, right? It would be really crazy if I had to. But yeah, so that's just a little bit, drip by drip fills the bucket, right? No one ever starts perfect in where we are here. And as I said, where do I sit at a table? And how do I read? So I kind of briefly mentioned the mentorship program earlier on, and the group of multimillionaires selecting the books for us. So there's a monthly program within the Brit system where every month those multimillionaires pick a really good book, and through your growing upline, our Campton Nadia, our Sophia's going Emerald this year, you can get that book. So reach out to them, or the Tallahassee team, you can reach out to me, and definitely make sure that you get onto the learning program. All right, it saves you a lot of time. If you're trying to be wealthy in your 20s or your 30s, you can't spend time reinventing the wheel. You want to kind of take learning from people who've been there kind of quickly too, right? So I wanted to give a little excerpt as to from the book as to that I really enjoyed. Okay, there's a small story, very quick. So he says here, I remember an illustration my dad used when speaking. An old timer saw a boy fishing see how he was doing. The boy had already caught 2 small fish, but as the old man was walking over, the boy landed a huge bass. "That's a beauty," the old man said as the boy unhooked the fish. But when the boy tossed the fish back into the water, he says, "Yo, what are you doing, man?" The old man cried out. "That was a whopper." "Yeah," replied the boy, "but my frying pan is only 9 inches wide. That one is crazy," right? So could you imagine the guy returning back to the ocean, a huge fish, simply because his frying pan was too small? And John Maxwell says that one always made him laugh because it made him aware of how a person's thinking can limit him. So you definitely got to jump on the Book of the Month program to kind of see different ways that you could unlock the potential in your own self. All right, back to the host. Thank you.
She actually has her master's and patented artificial intelligence, and on top of all of that, she's kicking butt in this business. So, awesome job as usual from Sile. And now we'll have none other than my mom, Nadia, for streaming. Hey everyone! Happy New Year! Welcome to our first phase of the year. And what a lineup it has been. Incredible. Jonathan, that was incredible. I know when you were here, you said you were going to do the presentation, but it's way more than I expected. And that was really good. But my topic today is streaming. And basically, what is the streaming program? It is a monthly subscription program where you subscribe to you get 1 talk a week for normal subscription. Then of course we have our leadership for the people who are get more than just 1 CD. As Kantigala always says, 1 CD is just basically minimum wage. And if you want to move on in this business, you get onto the leadership streaming. So there are the leadership talks that you would want to get as you grow yourself and your team. You would need to know how to lead those teams. So that's where the leadership comes in. And then of course we have now the new subscription that you can actually forward these streamings to your prospects. You have a short amount of time to listen to that CD or the talk, the streaming, but you can actually forward unlimited amount of the talks to your prospects. Some people might say it's kind of costly, but think about how many CDs you have to buy where you can have so many talks sent to so many different people. So understand that it's an incredible subscription for you to take part of, where you can send those talks to your prospects, a new IBO who has not quite yet understand the reason why they should stream. So these are just ways of helping your new people to get the understanding of why they need to listen. Okay, so why do I listen to? There are different types of streaming. There are one of them that are relates more to emotional. For us, we are very emotional creature. We like to listen to stories. So those are like the brand new diamond stories, the emerald stories. And basically those stories tell you the struggles and the victory of how these people have overcome certain situations that you might be going through right now and not sure of how to, come out of it or whatever. But when you listen to somebody who has actually overcome a lot of the challenges that you might be going through right now, you realize it's not a big deal. So I love the stories. I love Nick and Stephanie's new Diamond talk, as well as the new Diamond Arti and Ravi Chawla. Their talks came out a couple weeks ago, and that was incredible because you get to hear of what these people had to go through as a diamond, and you go up on stage and you see all the glitz and the glamour and everything. You think, my goodness, they look so good up there. But when you realize what they did to get up there and what it took to get up there, most people would say, really, no thank you, or, I'll watch Netflix or whatever the case might be, because it takes work. But understand, to make the kind of money that a diamond makes, which is what, $250,000,
$200,000, you need a lot of work to get that.
500.
Think about the degrees that you need to make that kind of money. So for a one CD a day to listen to, or two streamings a day to be able to, they always say to keep the boss away. That is incredible, because you want to do that so that you can change your thought process. Understand where you are right now is based on all your thoughts and your belief. To be able to get to the next level, to be able to influence people, to be able to duplicate yourself, you need to think and be able to speak differently. And just like Sile was talking about the books, that's what the books help you to do, as well as the streaming. The streaming, of course, we talked about the leadership, and then we have the other streaming, which is more or less mechanics. Mechanics are the what to do in the business, how to contact, how to show the plan, what are the 4 basics. Our upline have put out years ago one of the best talks on the 4 basics, and Jivanshana Sahai, and I still use that till today because it's an incredible talk that they have put out. Several after that, but I still prefer my upline's CD. But of course, again, you know, this business is all about growing yourself, changing, and becoming different every day. You know, becoming a different person every day, meaning that you're getting better every day by the CDs that you're listening to, by the association, and by the books that you're reading. But I wanted to talk about this last CD that I didn't, I was trying to get the spot where I wanted you guys to hear, but this is where Ganesh Shenoy, this is the new talk that just came out, and it says game planning and goal setting. And basically this was one of the talks that was done in Memphis. The reason why you also want to listen to streaming is that there are functions that you are not at. One of these functions were, this is his Saturday night closeout at Memphis FED, which we weren't. We were at Richmond FED, but it was an incredible talk. So he talked about the game planning, and basically what he talks about in the CD is, we get excited when things are happening. We're always excited, if we shoot for, say, a platinum goal, and the maturity in this business is everything. And that's what he talked about. When you're shooting for a goal, for example, platinum, and it doesn't happen that much, what is your thought process? What is your work ethics? How do you feel? Do you feel deflated? Do you feel that, this is not going to happen, or what is your thought process? Is it your thought process that you need to work a little harder? You need to put in some more wit. Maybe you need to put in some more depth. Maybe this is what we need to do to streamline. Maybe you need to game plan some more. Maybe you need to talk to your upline. Some of the things that you need to do in order for you to move on to the next level. And so he talked incredibly, listen to the CD, and depth about it. He also talked about, for most people, when you talk about, your own business, you're thinking, he says you're in a .com business, meaning that you own your own business and there are uncertainty as you own your own business. You're an entrepreneur, you're not a .org or a whatever it might be. You're not part of a corporate business here, but you're in your own business. So there are uncertainty in your business. And as you go through your business, and he said that's the exciting part of this, is that the uncertainty, because you can go as big as you want, or you can, stay as small, and you don't know what next year will bring. But based on your work ethics, you know exactly what it will be, right? So that's what he says. It's an exciting thing to also know and understand what you're in and what you have your hands on and how big. And he talked about what the diamond thought process as opposed to a platinum. When you talk to a platinum, their thinking is limited to what? To a platinum level based on what the situations that they can handle. You understand, sometimes you wonder why some people grow faster than others, why there are diamonds that can keep an organization that are thousands and thousands of people. It is because they have handled enough situations that they can handle an organization of thousands of people. So understand whatever you go through, whatever you're, and basically that's what he talked about on the CD. Don't just get excited when things are happening. When things aren't happening, it's a time for you to get more excited, because it's time for you to buck up on the rating and to do all the things that you're doing a little bit more, one that notch more, so that you can achieve all those goals and dreams that you set for yourself. I know it's a brand new year, and we are so excited for 2018 because we can see phenomenal growth in this entire team and what is happening. Based on everyone's work ethics. I know Kanta is home now, and we are just willing to just blow this thing out as big as we possibly can get it. So we're excited. Again, thank you guys, and that is all for streaming. Back to our
Awesome.
Awesome. Yes, everyone you see on streaming. My mom was talking about the importance of the amount of money that you're making in this, you can make through this business. Imagine the amount of degrees and amount of work you have to put in. So, do what you got to do, the groundwork, which is, reading your books and listening to your CDs daily. So now we're about to hit the system portion of Pace. And to do that, we have none other than Roderick out in Tallahassee. Roderick also is, just kicking butt in this business. He's been, he's just awesome. So we'll let him take over for the system portion. And what is he covering today? He's list. He's covering the list portion of the system, which is out of the 4 basics. So Roderick.
Awesome!
Mute.
He's on mute. He's on timeout.
Roderick.
Roderick is still on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm Roderick McKenzie here in Tallahassee, proud to be sponsored by Rodney Wilson. He is currently in Bahamas right now, loving himself. But then he is also sponsored by Celie Wilson, who you guys just heard from in the books earlier, and who's directly sponsored by Kenneth Drake and Andre Gunn and Nadia Passad. All right, so like Jimmy said, I'm actually going to be covering list building and contacting today. And business as we pretty much run the basics, right? That's pretty much the groundwork. What's next? It keeps us on certain things, or the direction we're heading in the business. And list building and contacting is very first, and it goes on to, of course, inviting and phone qualifying interview, and then it goes on to the STP, showing the plan or the product, and to, of course, following up, getting started correctly. Back to list building again. So next, starting off with the number one, and I think this is the very important one for sure, because you can't show a plan to somebody you don't know, right? Or you haven't met us yet. You have to be able to get the people first in order to actually show them the opportunity. So list building and contacting. I'll start off, by covering list building. Let's start, let's say brand new IBOs, right? A brand new IBO, when they're pretty much coming into the business, they're already coming in with a list. So you pretty much don't have to, go and build a list by contacting if you already have one coming in as a brand new IBO. So pretty much when starting the business, you'll be working, of course, closely with your upline, your sponsor, that is your active growing upline, and you will pretty much be starting building a list of names. And you would want a whole lot of names. The more one of the main things is even a part of 500 after the plan, the names of everybody you know. And pretty much you're gonna probably see a sheet like this. Okay, it comes in many different shapes and forms. I can show you. Oh, that's clear. And it's pretty much just saying name, age, profession, location, and comment. The names, age, why, probably wondering why they're asking for the other information, right? Age is because the information is for your upline to really work with, to see who you have and to see where would be the best area to start. All right, who start contacting first and inviting first. So call them then their profession, because they want to know, say, hey, we already have a huge team, right? We want to know who they can relate to. Let's say, hey, if they're to come to the open meeting, we'll already know their profession, and we'll be able to say, hey, you know what? I would want them to talk to this guy to be able to, you know, it pretty much keeps a strong foundation. It helps the business to be more unified. Another one is location. Okay, that's the other column, and the location, that's very important, right? You don't call someone to sort of opportunity there in another state, and you'll say, hey, meet me at this place, and then next thing you know, say, uh-oh, where is going on? You know, that's a pretty awkward situation to be in. I think that happened before to someone in the business. It's hilarious.
Correct. Yes.
But definitely location, because your upline would also want to know, say, hey, okay, what they want to start making plans. Say, hey, okay, if I need to do a home meeting in that area, you know, they plan the event, what time would be the best day to go, how many people within that area, you know, to make that trip, or even a local open meeting in that area. So that they'll be able to be invited to, you know, to grow. Is definitely key. A lot of comments. All right, our comments will be, you know, starting a list. Help delegate the relationship with that person, the mom, dad, to write that in a comment, so that you can be aware of who their connection to you, how close you are. Is it an A list, B list, or C list? What the comment area is for. And you could even like use that area to do like check marks to know, okay, who you talk to and when the meeting is. I use it for many different reasons. You know, it's pretty wide enough to in there. Okay, so if you guys see this, use this for sure. Of course, we're already using it. It might not be in this format, but it's pretty much the same information. When building a list, remember I say, hey, list up everyone you know. There's a guy by the name of Skip Wheeler in the business. I forgot exactly which. At one of the trainings at an open meeting in his local area, he pretty much said this: if you want success in this business, build a list of 50 names. All right. If you want to go really fast in this business, build a list of 100 names. And the third one is, if you want to explode, then let's build a list of 200 names. So the more names, the better, like I said. And it's coming from a guy, you know, well experienced in the business. Definitely, anything you say, you know, that's like gold. You know, you write it down and just run with it for sure. So he said that, and when he said that, he said this also applies to seasoned IBOs as well, not just brand new IBOs coming into the business. So definitely say, hey, we got some work to do, right? Definitely. Next thing is I'll move on to contacting now, right? And contacting now, this is the key element towards business growth, right? Like a guy by the name of Bill Hawkins. He said you pretty much live off of he made a joke. He's like we're vampires, you know, living off of new blood. It was hilarious when he said it, but that's not a really clean joke, but it's hilarious.
Right.
And pretty much what he is saying is how you know build momentum in the business. You need to go out there and grow. People need to know what you're doing. So like you have to get out there, because if they don't know what you're doing, how can your business grow? You know, how can they get involved, or how can you show them the plan if you're not even making that first step to contact them in the first place, let them know that you're in business and contact on a daily basis. And I say when you contact the best, like you really want to see growth, at least 2 people a day, 2 solid contacts a day. Massive growth. So in order to get 2 contacts now, contact. When I say contact, let me define that. I mean actually get in a conversation, like let's say form. Talking about form stands for family, occupation, recreation, and then message means you dropping the message to your business. So when you get in a contact, you actually see that as a sharp person, right? You're already you're like, hey, they're looking at second, are looking functionally, and then of course you get their information, their number, and then you could always even sometimes should book the meeting on the spot. You know, why not? I did it many times. That helps a lot with business growth too. Bill Hawkins said that as well. Say, hey, why wait? He's standing in your face. Don't wait until he's in front of his TV, and then you calling him while his favorite show is on. Say, hey, is this a good time to talk? Right now, another time. When going through the process, book it on the spot. That helps with business growth as well, fast momentum. So pretty much after you contact, there are many ways to contact. Like I just have explained one to you from the many ways to contact. That the first one was dropping the message. Okay, and the approach of dropping the message is form, like I just said, FORM, and create a message. So the message part, this is very critical. Like dropping the message, I'll actually give you the CD you can listen to be able to get the full detailed tips on how you drop the message. All right, so it's more than just a story, but it's also a mindset you have to be in as well. One of the key things with contacting, I would say, is you have to be confident. Like you have to know what you have. You have to know what you have. You have the same business as Bill Britt, as Greg Duncan, as Bill Hawkins, as Nick and Steph, as Paul and Leslie. You have the same business. So treat it that way. Like you're selecting, say, hey, should I, this person, can I see myself working with this person and, pretty much, let go through a process of mentoring them to success. Like while you're in a conversation with that person, think of that in your mind. You're not trying to get them into this. You're trying to qualify them to even see. That's what the qualifying interview is for as well. After the contacting them, ask them questions, ask them qualifying questions on the spot, and seeing if they qualify to be in business with you. Powerful, knowing what you have, and the next approach I would say is this is the difference between, I'll say, a new IBO and a seasoned IBO. And even seasoned IBOs also use the new IBOs concept still at times. And it's going with either the who approach or the I approach. So when I say a who or an I, you could start talking to a prospect, and you could be like, hey, I'm currently working. Well, this is the who approach. I'm currently working in the area. We're looking for sharp and ambitious people to expand with. Listening to you, listening, to after you did all the forms, that you sound like a sharp guy. You're on the right path. But are you looking? And then after you use the who approach, you're not edifying yourself, but edifying your mentors, people who are very successful. But then within your mentors, like talk about them, with their success, and they'll be like, wow, like yeah, these guys are coaching and mentoring me. Say, hey, I'm working with these guys, like they're the ball, right? Because they are absolutely, and they want to promise you anything, that you want to take away, in a sense, like you don't want to let them know, like I'm giving you this. No, say, I could, have a word with them and see, what they say, that they get back to you. Or if you don't hear from me, text me back or whatever. So that's the who approach, and then the I approach is pretty much like the Bill Hawkins, in a sense. Notice I'm using his name a lot because he's a master at contacting. And let me actually give you the CD information for Bill Hawkins now. There are actually two major speakers who are great at contacting: Bill Hawkins and Steve Mazurko. And I really follow their line and just learn all of their ways to contact. So everything I'm saying here comes from their CDs. Or streams. So the Bill Hawkins dropping the message is BWW1835. All right, that's dropping the message by Bill Hawkins. BWW1835. And the second one from Bill Hawkins is how to contact and invite. All right, this is another approach. And like I said, there are many ways you could start contacting through a product and all. There are many ways you could contact a product approach. Couple approach. There's many different ways, like I'm saying. You will hear it all on the CD. This CD as well. It says WW577. All right, Bill Hawkins, how to contact and invite. I really like this one for sure. It's pretty similar to dropping the message. All right, by Steve Mazurko, and it also has an additional half on it by Noble Gibbons and Kathy Gibbons. Noble and Kathy Gibbons. All right, so this is the stream that has like two people on it. I'm speaking. That one is BWW1852. All right, and that pretty much talks about effective contacting. And the name of that stream is actually called Quality Contacting. All right, quality contacting, and that's also very, very good one to listen to as well. The first time I heard it at the winter conference. You know, that's actually when I even first heard about the message. Before the hobbies came out, I heard it from Stephen. So I was like, wow, that's powerful. I need that stream. Those are streams to help build your strengths within contacting. So that's pretty much it where it comes to list building and contacting. And yeah, just do it day by day. Be persistent and consistent. Everything you do. That's the key to huge business growth. I'm wrapping it up there, and I'll say back to the host.
Wow, Roderick. Awesome, man. That's fantastic.
That was really great, Roderick, and thank you for the city suggestions. I wrote them up here for everyone. But Roderick, thank you so much. That was awesome. So now we're gonna have all the new people introduce themselves. So we're gonna start here in Atlanta, and then we'll take it over to Florida. So do you want to come up and introduce yourself? Sure. All right. Who invited you and what you're excited about?
Okay. Hello, I'm Tashiana Davis. I'm going to see you. Okay, so my best friend, Kirsten.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay, so my best friend Kirsten, you know, she talked me into this. Yeah, she did. But I'm really excited to see like how far I can go with it.
Awesome.
Yes, and to build everything up.
Awesome.
Yes, and also invite down Miss Carol.
Awesome.
Yeah, great job. Out in Tallahassee, any new people or in anywhere else in Florida?
Oh, Maryland.
Or
Virginia.
Or Virginia.
Oh yeah, Jonathan.
No, not at the moment.
Activity report.
Oh, okay. All right, so then you guys just want to stay there and give your activity report?
Yeah. Roderick, you want to go first or you want me to go?
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead, Celie.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. I'll go super quick. No, Roderick got it going on, you know, the leave room for the fireman, you see. Big things are going, you see. So super quick. Actually, a lot of the updates is for the sweat and tears. I've been working in his business, believe it or not. I'm joking. Still love you, Roderick. But it's true because he went gallivanting, I think, in the Bahamas, I believe it was, at the end of last year. There was a lot of fire and big things happening in a lot of areas of his business. So I'll just do a little bit of updates, and I know he might have other things to add too. So feel free to large up when you come on there, Roderick. So Aaron, so he couldn't make it today. He's been going through a couple of jobs. And also to which is good, promotions, like not like, oh my gosh, fired, you know, no. But Aaron has been doing a phenomenal job, you know, increasing the number of people and the quality of folks in the pipeline of his own personal business. So we've have a lot of people, at least 5 to 6 people we're working on to get them started between this month and next month. We're working to get them to conference. All right, making sure that they can clear their schedules and stuff like that. Many of them have brand new jobs, so we're kind of trying to tiptoe around the whole boss situation. And then a lot of them, some of them are finishing up school. So again, the whole school thing too is in the midst there. But very proud of Aaron doing a lot of great work. They have been able to help him with that. We have some folks who have business out of Plant City. Yeah, Florida. Didn't even know that was a thing. But according to those guys, Plant City, Florida is your strawberries from they do a lot of strawberry growing over there. So we're looking forward to make the visit for the team to go pick some strawberries as well as do business, you know. Right. Another person, Roderick's fantastic organization that's doing extremely well is Jaleesa Windrus. She at the end of last year, we traveled to Fort Lauderdale. She was on a mission. She said all her family members had to be using her product, period. You know, them Jamaicans kind of ruthless when they do their thing. So joking. But yeah, so Jaleesa's Jamaican, and of course I got to meet more Jamaicans. and ate some, you know, food as well while we did that. But yeah, in the process of, you know, changing everybody's houses over, we showed a few plans while we were down there. And there was this aunt who was down there. She has started at least 10 other businesses because she's trying to make it happen in her life, you know. And when she met Jaleesa, you know, actually she forced Jaleesa to share with her what she's doing. So Jaleesa did that. We shared. And her aunt, his aunt Carrie, she's Trinidadian. And for the team. Right, she's Trini, right? Auntie Carrie, believe it or not, she was exceptionally impressed with the support system. Like, she was very amazed that, you know, we traveling down there, we asked for no money or anything, and we gave a lot of samples, helped us start understanding the products. She was very in love with the system, the Brit system that we showed her. We left her a ton load of CDs, and she was just loving it and eating it up. And she said all the other programs that she started, all the other uplines and people who were supposed to be helping her, guys, if you hear these stories, man, the stories of how uplines were very callous, or not, they pretending to have heart but not have heart. They just want you to do volume, right? That's why Campton Nadia, that's why they have the organization that they have, and that's why we need to follow them in everything they do, because you could tell their heart, you know, it's not just for show, you know, that they love us and they care for us and they really want us to succeed. So, and they're very patient. So, you know, we have the best of the best in mentorship. So we can't, there's no other place to look. So Jaleesa has that cooking, and then we have two other plans. Jaleesa showed her first napkin plan on her own yesterday to one of her folks at work, and they're coming today. They're confirmed for the open meeting. I showed a plan yesterday as well. I can't remember the person's name, but it's just a long day, you know. But yeah, so, and that person is also confirmed for the open meeting. So things are cooking. And then the other thing too is Jaleesa also has another plan booked on Monday with one of her ministers, Minister Shana Thomas, during her lunch break. So every Jaleesa is on fire, not literally, of course, but she's cooking. Right. We just got confirmation from the man himself, Kamta Prasad, that he will be with us on the 23rd for that open meeting here in Tallahassee. So, hey, bring it in, buddy. Bring it in, and making it more than worth his while, where he might have to start living down here in Tallahassee, you know? Soon come. We can bridge that gap later. We can talk about that another time. All right. And the Jacksonville team, man. I know Roger probably have more details on this, but the Jacksonville team, at the end of last year, they were busy getting new schedules. Ali got a new job. Christina was finishing up school. A whole bunch of things. So we kind of were missing everybody a little bit, but now they're confirmed for coming to Winter Conference this weekend. So love to have our family back with us, with the Jacksonville winners in the house, you know. So very excited. And I have a couple personals that were supposed to get started last year, but what happened is that school happened and they kind of got deflated for life, it feels. And so we're going to get them started this month. So very excited by the growth. And I know Rodney has a lot. Oh yes, Virginia and Kevin. Yes, Kevin is doing great stuff. He's relatively new to our team. I think he got registered last month. I met with him. He said, Sile, I'm ready to make this thing happen. I kind of fell off the railroad a little bit last month, but I'm ready. This month, 2018, is the month to make things happen. So we got that commitment. I sat with him, did a little bit of game planning. We've committed to showing 20 plans at least in his business within the next 2 weeks, because I told him we have to have a strong showing of his organization to see Campton on the 23rd. So very excited by that. Virginia is cooking too. I showed a plan for her. Kenneth, that's the other guy. Kenneth Anang. Virginia on fire, making things happen. She now works for the president's office. So she's been pulled doing overtime and a whole bunch of stuff. So she's just working me hard. You know, me and Rodney, just saying. But it's cool. We still love her. And that gentleman is fired up. What happened is that through his academics, they had to put off school for a year. So he said he's hungry to make money, and he absolutely loves sales, loves sales to death. So I was like, power to you, buddy. Let's do it. So he is confirmed for the open meeting, and really excited to meet the rest of the team too. So I think that's about it for my updates. I'm gonna pass it to Roderick. You know.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, there you go. Yeah, yeah, like you said, yeah, good stuff, feeling, man. Make it happen. Thank you. That's all I know.
I'll collect payments.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's talking about Nassau. Yes, I did go to Nassau for the Christmas break. It was a great trip, very productive. I was able to show quite well plans, and through all those plans, I found three leaders down there. Who one of them did Amway before, another one pretty much he's winning it, of course, in his regular profession as well, and he saw opportunities like solid green light. He wants to get started. He's actually arranging. Hopefully, he gets the time off to come to a conference to a winter conference. I was going to say in January. It's January now, but he is looking to come into a winter conference as well. Lennon in Nassau as well. So those are two of them, my close friends. Another guy just met there, just happened to run across. So people are looking everywhere, like you say. Especially Nassau, they're looking at Nassau as well. Just just contact them. That's it. Just be able to be confident what you're about. Here in Tallahassee, I'm currently working with three folks as well. One Philip, Calvin, and there's another person named Kendra, but Kendra's yellow, but the other two are green light as well. One of them is another one of my friends from the Bahamas, came over to school. So first we worked with him to get him sponsored this month as well, along with Philip. So, and they're both planning on coming to winter conference as well. So looking forward for a big number, happening. Just gotta keep building the momentum. And another great activity that's been happening this month that we have been putting together is my church is having a business expo. Right, that was a perfect opportunity for me to be able to share the business, the products, and also not within the business expo, but away from, like, after it's over, be able to get that information to meet up again to show the actual business opportunity. But that's a great opportunity to be able to let all the members of my church know, because we have over 1,000 members right now. It's really growing. Everyone wants to know, what is it about? I'm in business. Let them know that as well. And I think Celia and Rodney will be helping me in that area too. We're going to be having a huge turnout at the location. So looking forward to a whole lot of results. A lot of volume being made. A lot of volume, and also a whole lot like customers, and also potential business owners as well. As we continue on. But that's pretty much it for the activity for me.
Awesome, buddy. Woot, woot. Woot, woot.
Jonathan or Virginia?
It'll be quick. So over the break, Christmas. Well, not break for me. Over the time for Christmas. Over the time for Christmas. I talked to one of my friends who Kenneth was talking to before he had some medical issues he was recovering from in the past 6 months. So he's getting back into things for his own business now, and we talked for a good 2 hours or so. Just talking about ourselves and what we want to do for the year, and talk briefly about the business. And he's really he's still adamant about joining and supporting, whether joining or supporting or doing whatever to get associated with the business. So still talking to him and getting things done with that. Reconnecting with Mr. Tenner down in Florida, and just moving forward and getting myself together this year, so we can send Compton out here, definitely in Emerald, and for ourselves, just going over and going platinum and getting, just getting it done, overall. And of course, not freezing my butt off up here. Um, it was like, it says like it feels like -2. It was like feel like -2 the other day, and so like I was like, okay, well, yeah, I know. As soon as I came from Georgia, driving up here, I slowly start to feel how the cold was declining. So, or the heat was declining. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, just getting it done for this year.
Yes. Florida still misses you, Jonathan. We're still here for you. It's warm
Thanks, Sile. Thanks, Sile. Oh, and I cooked some.
Did it snow in Tallahassee?
So, Sile, next time I'm down in Tallahassee, I'll cook you some. You can try
Hey,
it.
large up thyself. Blessings. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Yes.
Virginia, anybody?
I think Silly did Richmond.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure she gets an opportunity. All right, so we're over here in Atlanta. Because I'm the AV guy, I can sit down and do this. You see, this is one of the privileges. Okay. Yes. So we are Kenneth and Andrea Gonzalez, directly and proudly sponsored by Campton Nacho Prasad. And so we have our goals, and our goal is to take our own van to Winter Conference. So far we have 3 seats filled. Okay, and it's Daniel, his downline, Odie Williams. He's had a foot problem. He broke his foot or something, but now he's back. And then there is Mike. Mike is he does instrumentation, and he's a certified plumber, and he's also a licensed welder. And lives on 2 acres of land, and was telling me all kind of stuff. And we have 27 other people in the pipeline, okay, that we're looking at, and
Wow.
And we've either shown the plan or doing follow-ups with. Okay,
Wow.
so just like what John Maxwell book says, you got to get your capacity up, but it's not only the quantity, it's the quality of your connections. Okay, and if you're listening and being their advocates. Okay, and so and of course we're reading that book, The Influencer. I hope everybody has gotten their copy, because that's what they're going to be talking about at the conference. So we're reading that book, and we're looking to fill up a bunch of hotel rooms and to fill up the van. I mean, the way how you do it is by example. So.
Awesome.
You want to sit down? Yeah, you can sit down like an AV.
Hi, everybody. Oh, okay.
Hey, my name. Where you?
This is Carol Anthony Cox. I'm sponsored by Tanya in Miami, to Soleil in Tallahassee, to Kenneth Drayton and Andrea Gonzalez here in Atlanta, to Compton and Nadia Prasad, also here in Atlanta, to Sanjeev and Shana Saha. Okay, so I've been working really hard. I got 2 people hopefully coming to the function. I know they're coming. It's all good. They're coming. And also 3 people I met on Facebook. That Facebook, you gotta be careful. You don't want to get no crazy, so be careful. But I have 3 people that are interested, so I've been connecting with them as well. And then I also there's another. I don't know how did I meet this guy? I went to a networking conference in Alpharetta, and he put me on to this meeting people online. It's like a networking for just McDonough area, and it's like over 10,000 people. Well, anyway, I've been connecting with them too, and I have 3 people on that side of the computer that I'm working with, and very sharp people. Still working with them, and looking to get at least 2 more people to come to the conference. I really want to, I want everybody to come, but some people might not be able. But you just keep working hard and see what happens. working it to the last day, to the last hour, and I'm gonna have some guests there.
Awesome.
That's it.
Who next? Who next?
Oh, the rest.
You get my show.
Okay, so now we need everyone on their feet to welcome the wrap-up speaker.
You know how homeless people put this? That's what counts as a walk
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. We are Compton Naja Prasad, sponsored by Diamond Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai. Want to wish you all a very happy New Year's. And, Jonathan, well, let's give a round of applause to the host. He did an awesome day. And Jonathan did a phenomenal job on the power game, man. That was great stuff. And Sile, you're right about, using words that people think that you become more intelligent. And as I'm sitting there, Sile, you hearing me, by the way?
Yes, Crown. Yes, Crown.
So as I'm sitting there listening to Sile, monologistic interpretationalization of the informationality
Yes.
of Maxwell book, it basically means I just got a headache listening to that big word stuff. But wonderful, great stuff, Sile. Love it, pleasure to meet you. And then that lady Nadia, I'm telling you, man, she was awesome on streaming.
Great catch.
Roderick, yeah. Wow, Roderick did a great job on the system there, the list building and dropping the message and all that. I have some CDs I'm going to write down here that Sanjeev would like us to listen to, and also some other information. I'm not going to give you that information now because it take too much time. And but that is going to be forward to you later on. But the CDs you can write down from the information you got, right, Divya? Anyway, so what do we like to talk about here? It's a new year again, and every time the new year comes around, what do everyone do?
New goals.
New goals, set new goals, right?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to tell you today is don't set no new goals. How about that? Don't set no goals. New goals. Huh? Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Well, how about this? How about just keep working on the same old goals that you didn't achieve in 2017? That's the only goal you should set. I'm setting a goal to finish up the goals that I started in 2017. Right?
Awesome.
One goal, simple as that. Yeah?
Okay.
Is that a good goal to set?
Awesome.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
2016 we set the goal of losing weight. 2017 we set the goal of losing weight. We want 2018 to set the same goal of losing weight. Right? Make sense? So it's the same thing in the business. 2018 set a goal to finish up your accomplishment or your achievements in the business or in other areas of your life. All right? How about that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
good.
great.
Yeah.
So, and then with that in mind, what I want to say, between now and March, which is the last 6 months of the physical business year, anyone that in the business here with a group of people that has reached a level of 2,500 points or so can qualify come March at 7,500 points. Basically, you have 90 days to move from 2,500 points to 7,500 points. And if you got a group of about, I'm not talking about a group, I'm talking about plant showers and leaders of 4 to 5 plant showers, that group can qualify. And Sanjeev and Dave that went to the Achievers came back all fired up and excited about the explosion and growth that is seen there. That people that went to, everybody have whatever they have plus Ruby volume, right? Well, listen, if you're showing, and they talk about the process, and I'm not going to get into the thing about the process, but if you showing, 10, 15, 20 plans, you got to have enough people to get Ruby volume, right? So basically what it comes down to, What does it come down to? Anybody?
Getting numbers.
Getting numbers, right? It's all about getting numbers, putting in the work that is going to give you the required thing to have that Ruby value, right? So it's like if you want to go to any level, we can't show, say, we want to go from 25 to 4,000 and we only showing one plan a month or whatever. But again, like Kenneth said, if you have 10, 15 in the hopper, it's the quality of the people you're talking to, not the quantity. Because you can speak to 100 people, process on no process, you're not going to get anybody signed up, right? So you're only wasting your time. Right. So even with a process or without a process, it all depends on the quality of the people or the ambitiousness of that person. Oh, that's a nice one. Ambitiousness, I like that one. Somebody write that. Yeah, write that down. All right. So let's need to get out there on dropping the proper message and telling your story and getting some good quality people, and then eventually the results going to be there for everybody. That's something. Anything you want to say now?
Yes, I just want to say that the conference is this coming weekend, and the 12th, 13th, 14th, making sure that I know that we have some qualifiers already for the Platinums meeting. So we have, I know Sile, Roderick, Rodney, a couple of others that are working diligently in getting their numbers up there. But it's going to be an incredible conference. You guys, the ones that put in the work, will be able to sit at the round table again, not have to run online and try to find seats. And so it's going to be an incredible weekend. So make sure that you go there. Just like Kenneth was talking about, the author of The Influencer is going to be there, which is basically continuation of a crucial conversation. And basically you want to go out there and take notes. I do have the books that people are ordering from me. I do have the book here with us, and but make sure that you get your copy, get it signed by the author. More important, understand what it is that's in the book and how it can help you to make sure that you're doing well in your business and communicating well. Also, you know, for us, we always talked about preparation is everything. The conference is coming up, making sure that you have, you know, your snack bar, your, you know, excess energy and all the stuff that you need, your vitamins and everything, so that you can stay up and take good notes and be at the night owls and just enjoy the weekend. But it's going to be incredible. That I know. I've seen some of the lineups that's going to happen. So, you know, that's it. That's my husband.
Awesome. And, you know, my retirement from my job doesn't mean retirement from business. In fact, it's the opposite for business. It's full-time for me in business now, as I have already spoken to you about my commitment to helping the team start qualification come March. Like Sile has already put me on schedule. At least once a month, I'm coming out to Tallahassee to do the Tuesday meeting, and then the following or the third week, whichever one rotating, I'll be coming out there on a weekend to do group home meetings. All right. So that's my commitment between Tallahassee and Jacksonville. Also Atlanta, we're going to be rotating, myself and Nadia. And so my retirement basically means that they're business every day. And I'm looking for a couple leaders who wants to get this thing finished up. And together we're going to sit down at a conference, put together a plan of action, make it happen. 2018 is the year for both of all of us. All right, that's it, period.
Awesome! I know that Kenneth has a video, guys.
All right, guys, are you ready? Get ready to learn the best of us coming up. Okay, you ready to rock and roll?
Woo-hoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will write them down for the people here, but I guess kind of can type it out for everyone else.
Okay.
But that is the conclusion for today. So this is an awesome way to ring in the year with some of the greatest people, and we're looking forward to seeing all of you guys at the conference this weekend. So goodbye, everybody, and have a great rest of the evening. And phone team starts now.
Awesome, awesome. Great hosting that, Divya. It was nice, man. Good job there, buddy.
I know, I can't wait to see you.
That was very sarcastic.
Very genuine, very, very.
Right. Have a good